Hello and welcome back to the channel, Brawlers and Baku crew members. It's BakuBread96 here with a new Bakugan Legends unboxing. This time I will be reviewing the brand new Nillious. As you all know, I have had these for a while. I'm going to go ahead and make some unboxing videos, get these reviewed, because it's been a minute and I know a lot of people have already dropped their reviews, so I definitely didn't want to wait too long. Without further ado, though, I am going to just go straight into it. Not a lot to talk about, but I do want to check out these awesome Bakugan. Now, during Evolutions, when the first Nillious came out, it was certainly one of my favorite designs, a really cool mold, and just really awesome for Nillious to get so many different variations. There were, so many Nilliouses that came out. It was pretty amazing. And then, sure enough, we have another one for Legends. So now that that's out, just getting the stats. And here we go. So the gate card included. Unfortunately, it is not new. It is one that we have seen plenty of times before. I'm not going to spend too much time on that whatsoever because, well, it's older. And the Baku core included. It looks like we have a plus 600B magic shield. That's not bad at all. And then a plus 150B power and plus 1 damage regular fist. And not the best, but not awful. And then here we have the brand new Nillious. So the obviously the color scheme for Legends is a lot different than in Evolutions. No more vibrant, bright colors. It's all dark, crisp colors. Looks a lot more like the original Darkus. We have this deep midnight purple that accents the wings, the head, a bit of the back of the tail there, and then I guess like a lightish turquoise or teal that also accents the claws here. I did see a little bit of that coloring on the new Elemental Grizzwing. So I guess that's what the new Darkus will be. You'll have this light teal color, the midnight purple, a light lavender wisp like on the Nova Bakugan right there on the wings. So I just noticed that. So yeah, really cool Bakugan, really awesome design. You have all 4 of Nillious' feet, you have the arms right there at the top, and then of course all 3 of the heads. Really good design and mold work. Like the detail on the heads is really nice, just like the Evolutions Platinum Nillious. And that's one thing to point out. Don't know if I mentioned that, but this is a Platinum Bakugan. The shiny piece right here is all die-cast metal, and it goes all the way up through the entire body. So the entire front portion, besides the wings, the little arm pieces here, and then the heads and feet, the main body is all die-cast metal. So really cool, but it is a much darker color, so it is hard to see. No more of that magenta, pinkish, bright neon color. But yeah, really awesome mold, really awesome design. Probably one of my favorite designs for Nillious. The Genesis Nillious is a really cool design as well, but this one, way better. I can tell a lot of time went into this, a lot of concept and detail. It is very nice. But I will close that up, fold it up, take a better look at it. But first, I do want to review the stats. So here is the stats for the Legends Platinum Nillious. Obviously, it has a magic shield and a regular fist core, B power of 600 with 3 damage. And then if it lands on a green fist, you get an extra plus 400 B power and plus 4 damage. Not bad at all. There are plenty of Nanogon that let you add a green fist or let you add a core when you land on another core. So you could easily get the B power up on this Bakugan. So theoretically, let's just say you picked up the magic shield for Nillious and then you had a Nanogon that gave you the green fist. So that's 650, and then we'll say just 100 so you can get the plus 3 to Darkus. So 750 and 6, that's 1350 already. And then you get the plus 400, that's 1750. again, not bad. And then you already have plus 7 damage from 3 from the Green Fist and then 4 from the boost. So that's 10 damage. We're getting somewhere. 1750 and what was it? 10 damage. Yeah, so that is some serious potential on a Bakugan. It is weaker, a little weaker than the Genesis Nillious. It does require a little more setup. You know, you have to be specific with your Baku core, which ones you land on, but still really good, you know, surprising. I mean, the stats aren't like super, they're not out of the ordinary, but I think there's potential there. It is not bad at all. The artwork for this Nillious, a little messy. I think it blends in a little too much with itself, so you can't make out Nillious's design as well as the previous character art. Of course, that's only my opinion, but it is still cool. You have that elemental energy still, some wings in the background. It really just focuses on the heads of Nillious, like going in for an attack in this artwork, so you just don't get a lot of detail, at least in my opinion. Now, the previous Neo Nillious, which is something I did want to start doing, and I remember, I don't know if I did, but I did mention it in one of these videos, that during my unboxings I would start comparing the previous Bakugan if they did get remolded. So here is the Evolutions Neo Nillious, and as you can all see, it is very vibrant. It's much brighter, and well, that's because the Evolutions color scheme. So most of the Bakugan is this magenta color, including the entire die-cast metal piece. See, it even has the Evolution Wisps, which did change. So Legends kind of changed up the markings a little bit. I like that. But, you know, obviously it doesn't take a scientist to tell the difference. Let me know in the comments down below, which one do you prefer? Do you like the Evolution's brighter neon colors, or the more authentic, dark, villainous, darkest colors? Because definitely get more of a villainous vibe from this Nillious than this Nillious. But they are the same molds, so same design, just redone. You know, the stats are different. I really like the Legends coloring more, though. I thought I wouldn't. I really like the magenta to begin with, but I don't know. That just looks so much cleaner and crisper for a Darkest Bakugan. It's very nice. But there's just a little comparison of the two. Now, stat-wise, there is a huge difference. So the original Platinum Neo Nillious had a Helix and a Green Fist, only 500 B power and 1 damage, but it had, well, it required a lot more setup, because if you landed on a Helix and a Green Fist, you got plus 1000 B power, which it's a higher payoff, but again, it required a lot more setup, so not necessarily worth it. I will say the character art for the Evolutions Nillious is better, just because the background art creates plenty of contrast with Nillious itself, so you can see the body, the mold. It doesn't necessarily blend in as much as kind of this Nillious does around this area right here. So very cool. You know, you get two different poses, two different looks at Neo Nillious. But as far as the artwork themselves, a coloring difference with the tail, but other than that, they almost look identical as far as the artwork goes for the two. And that's interesting now that I'm seeing that for the first time. I guess the jawline's different. They have purple here and then silver there, so that's a little different. But still really cool that Spinmaster can make a Bakugan and then release it the very next year, and it's like completely different. So at least they don't re-release the same Bakugan over and over and over again, because that can be annoying. So on to the Legends Nillious. So I'm not the best at closing this design or this mold. I think I've only closed that Nillious down there like twice. But I'm assuming you start with the little heads, and then the wings, and the back, and then the big head. Yep, locks all in place. So that is how you close the Neo Nillious. So not hard at all. Actually, a very simple design, at least in my opinion. But yeah, closed up, really, really cool Bakugan. Again, you see that midnight purple there, just a little bit on the wings, and then on the front of the head, of course, you do have the evolutions patterns. But other than that, is just a jet, like onyx black Bakugan. Really cool design. No Alto Bronte's disease. Probably a straightforward roller. I will find out. Set up a gate card and see how it goes. Will it get the bread or will I stand? That is the question. Brawling for the win. 1, 2, 3, brawl. And he got the bread. Unfortunately, he got the bread this time. Pulled the bread and missed. Time for the next one. And I got it to land. Unfortunately, it was a little off camera, but that was a little bit of the pop open action. It does have a good magnet, as you can all see, it did stand, but I'll kind of move it over. It does not double core. So unfortunately, Nillious does not have a strong enough magnet to double core. At least mine doesn't. But overall, I think this is a really awesome Bakugan, and if you have the opportunity, you should definitely pick it up. I'm glad that I did, because the new Darkus is awesome, and Nillious will probably always be a fan favorite. I mean, so much evolution just as a design, a character, and everything that this Bakugan has been through. I don't have all of the Nilliouses that have been released, but someone should eventually do a Nillious collection review of all the different Nilliouses that have been released since Battle Planet. I think that would be really cool. But that's all I have for this video. Thank you all for watching. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Bakugan content and unboxings. And until next time, stay safe, drum up, and Bakugan Brawl!